Thank you for tuning in to your number one station for news and updates, Somalia's premier number one station. I'm your presenter, Abdurrahman Yusuf. Tonight, we have a lot in store for you, but first, let's take a look at the stories that are making headlines. Somalia Parliament appoints 10 MPs to represent Somalia in regional parliamentary organizations. Somali immigration chief demands better government service delivery. Benadir court convinces for corruption case against officials from Ministry of Finance and Central Bank. Somalia denies Kenya claims of maritime dispute talks. Glad to have you back. Now let's delve into a full bulletin. In a hearing held today at the Benadir Regional Court, officials from the Ministry of Finance and the Central Bank were brought before the court on charges of corruption related to the theft of public livestock.
The trial of the first three senior officials from the Ministry of Finance has kicked off in the capital Mogadishu on Monday morning, marking a major milestone in the fight against corruption. This comes amid ongoing crackdown on corruption in Somalia. Accused individuals who were operating at the headquarters of the Ministry of Finance and the Central Bank at Aden Adde International Airport in Mogadishu include Abukar Mohammed Ali, the Director of Eastern Tax Office of the Ministry of Finance at Aden Adde Airport, Abdulqadir Abdi Sodal Abtidon, a cashier in the Foreign Income Department at Aden Adde Airport, and Mohammed Aden Abdullahi. During the hearing, the chairman of the Benadir Regional Court, Salah Ali Mohamud Daban, presented the allegations against the officials and asked them to respond to the charges. The accused individuals were also accused by prosecution of stealing public property. The second hearing of the case was announced, but no date for the hearing was given. This case is one of the several recent corruption cases that had been brought before the Benadir Regional Court. Just recently, 4 members of the Immigration and Nationality Agency were also brought on similar charges. The Somali government has been making efforts to tackle corruption in recent years, and these cases demonstrate the government's commitment to holding officials accountable for their actions. The outcome of these cases will be closely watched by the public and international community alike, as they will have a significant implications for the fight against corruption in Somalia.
On Sunday, the speakers of the 2 chambers of the Somali Parliament appointed 10 lawmakers to represent Somalia in 2 regional parliamentary organizations, the Parliamentary Union of the OIC member states and the Interim Parliamentary Union IGAD member states.
On Sunday, the speakers of the 2 chambers of the Somali Parliament appointed the 10 lawmakers to represent Somalia in 2 regional parliamentary organizations, the Parliamentary Union of the OIC member states and the Inter-Parliamentary Union of IGAD member states. Of the 5 representatives appointed to the PUIC, 4 are members of the lower house of parliament, while the 50 represents the upper house of parliament. The Inter-Parliamentary Union of IGAD member states will be represented by 5 members, 4 of whom are MPs from the People's Assembly and the remaining member from the upper house. The appointment of these 10 Somali lawmakers comes after the expiration of the term of office of the parliamentarians who previously represented Somalia in the 2 regional organizations. The new representatives will work towards advancing the interests of Somalia and promoting regional integration and cooperation. Somalia's membership in these regional parliamentary organizations is essential for promoting its interests and ensuring its voice is heard on the regional stage. The Somali lawmakers appointed to the PUIC and the Inter-Parliamentary Union of IGAD member states will have opportunity to participate in various parliamentary discussions and debates, as well as attend the conferences, workshops, and other events related to the work of the organizations. Their participation will help to strengthen Somalia's ties with other member states and promote regional cooperation and integration.
The Somali government has vehemently denied claims made by the Kenyan government regarding the existence of maritime dispute talks arbitrated by Djibouti counterpart Ismail Omar Ali Balat. The State Minister for Foreign Affairs spoke to Parliamentary Committee on Foreign Affairs in Mogadishu and stated that his government was shocked by the remarks made by President William Ruto in Djibouti.
The Somali government has vehemently denied claims made by the Kenyan government regarding the existence of maritime dispute talks arbitrated by the Djibouti counterpart Ismail Umar. Ali Bal'ad, the State Minister for Foreign Affairs, spoke to the Parliamentary Committee on Foreign Affairs in Mogadishu and stated that his government was shocked by the remarks made by President William Ruto in Djibouti. Bal'ad clarified that the maritime dispute between Somalia and Kenya was settled by the International Court of Justice. He expressed that President Ruto's comments may have been referring to the process of implementing the court ruling. In October 2021, the ICJ ruled that a disputed maritime boundary between Somalia and Kenya should be altered in a way that gives Somalia rights over the majority of an oil-rich portion of the Indian Ocean. Kenya's then President Uhuru Kenyatta rejected the findings of the ICJ ruling. President Ruto's recent comments in Djibouti have raised concerns about Kenya's continued opposition to the ruling and its attempts to engage in dispute talks with Somalia. The Somali government's response to President Ruto's comments highlights its commitment to upholding the ICJ ruling and resolving the dispute through peaceful means. The government's position has been consistent in advocating for dialogue and cooperation between the two countries to address the dispute. The dispute between Somalia and Kenya has been ongoing for several years, with both sides claiming ownership of a 100,000 square kilometer area in the Indian Ocean. The ICJ ruling was seen as a significant step towards resolving the conflict, but Kenya's rejection of the ruling has complicated efforts to find a lasting solution to the dispute. The government's stance is critical in promoting stability and cooperation in the region and ensuring that the rights and interests of the Somali people are protected.
The Director General of the Somali Migration and National Agency, Ahmed Saeed Mohammed, has emphasized the need for government officials to work on improving relations with members of the public and delivering better government services. The Director General of the Somali Migration and Nationality Agency, Ahmed Saeed Mohammed, has emphasized the need for government officials to work on improving relations with members of the public and delivering better government services. During a recent visit to the Passport Issuance Agency, Mohammed was briefed by department's head on the various challenges facing the agency. He also took time to interview staff members and understand the challenges they face in order to improve efficiency and service delivery. Mohammed's call for better government service delivery comes at a time when Somali citizens are calling for improvements in the delivery of public services. By working to improve relations with the public and addressing the challenges facing the agency, Mohammed hopes to make progress toward this goal. As the Director General of the Somali Migration and Nationality Agency, Mohammed plays a critical role in ensuring that government services are delivered efficiently and effectively. His recent visit to the Passport Issuance Agency demonstrates his commitment to this important task and his dedication to improving the lives of Somali citizens. Lovely viewers, that's all we have prepared for you tonight from our desk in Mogadishu. We wish to thank all those who made this news bulletin a success. Wherever you're tuned in from, have yourselves a lovely night and keep tabs for more stories in our subsequent bulletins.